Hey, what's up? My name is Hector. I'm part of the Total Nerd Talk podcast, the TNT, the crew. And we're here to talk to you today about films. So, it being Friday, getting ready for the weekend, why not watch a film? Why not watch a show? Binge a show. It's Saturday. Don't go out. Stay inside. It's quarantine, bro. Quarantine. But yeah, I'm going to go run down some of the streaming sites and some of my recommendations that I would recommend to y'all. One of the main purposes of this is for me to talk about films weekly. I love films. Like, I will watch every single thing that's out there, especially if it's horror. Love horror. So, I'm going to try to hit up as many things as I can. But if you have any recommendations, just drop it down in the comments. I'll look them up and we might have a watch party. Why not? I want to do that. I want to do that. Dan, CJ, Travis, I want to watch party, bro. Let's all watch a movie together. Like if we were back at the Alamo. Oh, okay. Pull it together. All right, so the first streaming site that I'm going to talk about is Hulu. On Hulu, you have a lot of great content. You have a lot of good shows on there. Rami is a good show. You have a lot of good movies that they are constantly just churning out. It's good. You should give it a gander. Plus, if you got Disney Plus, it comes with it. So, come on. So the first film that I'm going to recommend is Palm Springs. Palm Springs is about two individuals who hook up after a wedding and are sucked into this portal that makes them relive the previous day over and over and over again. Obviously, they both kind of fall for each other, kind of, because they don't really. There's a lot of baggage between these two characters, and they go through it. Like, they really go through it. It's a great film. It's funny. It's a tad bit romantic. A tad bit, because, man, they're two douchey people. So, going off the shows, one show that I would recommend on Hulu is Future Men. Now, I watched the first season. I haven't watched seasons after that, but they're on the third and final season. Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg, they both created this show. If you don't know who that is, you gotta know who that is. They created Superbad. They created Pineapple Express. Pretty much every single movie with Seth Rogen in it, they probably had their hand on it. Future Men is about a gamer who encounters two people from the future who try to save humanity by training him to be a warrior. And it's pretty much the Terminator meets Superbad. It's really good. I would recommend the show. Now off to Netflix. Netflix has, again, a lot of great content. But something that I keep watching over and over again is Uncut Gems. I cannot recommend this enough. My friends are tired of hearing about me recommend this. This is an Adam Sandler film, but don't let that... This isn't a regular Adam Sandler film. It's directed by the Safdie brothers, who they made a movie called Good Time with Robert Pattinson. I would recommend that too. Good Time is a really... It's like Grand Theft Auto meets Of Mice and Men. Those two references. One you might get, the other one might not. But anyway, Uncut Gems is a movie that deals within the jewelry district in Manhattan. You have Howard, played by Adam Sandler, who keeps making the dumbest decisions that affect him greatly. And he... Oh my... Bruh. This man makes the... You have to watch it. You have to watch it. It's a great film. It has great music, great score, great acting. I mean, you actually have gangsters in this film. Like, no shit, that's who they really are. I enjoyed it. Go watch it. Go watch it. For the shows, I mean, there's a lot of great shows. Narcos is something that I probably binged, and I know that there's a lot of people, Kenny, that watch that show quite religiously, Kenny. Next up is Umbrella Academy. Now, Umbrella Academy is a comic book adaptation, and it is done very well. The show is bonkers. It's about 7 kids who grew up with a very dismissive father, and they all have superpowers. So they form a team, and eventually their father dies, and they're all brought back together, and they have to stop the apocalypse. Now, they're on their second season. I binged the second season. Second season is just as crazy as the first, even better, because it just deals with the family. They're a troubled bunch, but I would give it a gander. It is a very good show. Next up is Amazon Prime. Now, I have a bone to pick with Amazon Prime just because they don't have a great selection of films, and it's like I'm paying so much money for what? Oh, the shipping. Never mind. I know for one. So pretty much on Amazon Prime, a film that I'm going to recommend is Gunzikimbo. Gunzikimbo is another crazy film. Like, I showed it to Travis a couple of weekends ago. He loved it. It's about Daniel Radcliffe, who's from the Harry Potter films. He has guns that are surgically attached to his hands, and he is forced to play a game much like Warzone, which I can't seem to beat. So it's pretty much like Warzone. The game is called Schism, and he is forced to kill his rivals, kill people who are also playing the game in it. Samara Weaving is in it. She's really good. She was in The Babysitter, which was on Netflix. She's going to be in Bill and Ted. Bill and Ted. And she is in Ready or Not, which is another great film, which we will talk about at some point because, bro, that movie fucked me up. Fuck me. But yeah, go watch Guns Akimbo. For the shows, they do have a good selection of shows. One that I would recommend is The Boys. The Boys is another comic book adaptation show. They love doing these. Now, think if the Avengers were dicks, but like real dicks. You know, not like suave Iron Man dicks, like big dicks. I need to stop saying dick. So pretty much you have civilians who keep them in check. Things get bloody, things get violent. This is definitely not Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. or anything like that. This show is intense. I would recommend it. They're on their second season, which is going to come out later this year. Go watch. Just watch the first 10 minutes, and if you don't like it, next up is HBO Max. HBO Max has a lot of great content. They have a large film selection, like crazy. Same with shows too. They have a lot of shows. One movie that I would recommend is this one.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Nah, I'm fucking with you. I would not recommend you to watch that. No. All right, no bullshit. I would recommend Alita Battle Angel. Alita Battle Angel was created, the movie was directed by Robert Rodriguez, and it was produced by James Cameron. Those two people together make some gold here. I went to the theaters not expecting much, but it blew me away. It's based off a manga. It is about an AI who is learning about life and learning about the world that she lives in. And it is filled with a bunch of other AIs who are out to kill her pretty much, and out to rip her little mechanical heart out. I don't think it's mechanical. I think it's actually a real heart. But it's a good movie. I would recommend that movie. For shows, this show I actually stopped watching a long time ago, and I regret it because they've come out with banger after banger after banger of good seasons. It's Doctor Who. Doctor Who is about I'm gonna say life form, who travels time and space and has adventures with companions. It's pretty much the Twilight Zone meets the British, and it's really good. There's a lot of episodes, but you're never bored. They're all great episodes. You will fall in love with this show, I promise you. You will cry, You will laugh. You will be angry at times. I mean, it's good. It's a really good show. I'd recommend that. Now off to Peacock. Peacock is Universal's kind of response to HBO Max and all that. The thing about this streaming service is that it's free, so you don't have to spend a dime. All you have to do is just watch a couple commercials and you'll be alright. So the first film that I'm going to recommend is Your Next. Your Next is about a family who goes to their mansion, I guess, and I don't know. I live in Brooklyn, so I don't know. I don't know about a mansion. So they pretty much go out, have dinner, and they are attacked by masked assailants. It's a thriller. I would say it's a little bit horror because you get scared. Like there's it's a fucked up movie. It's a fucked up movie. But I want to recommend it just because it has good action. You have just a great story. It's simple. I mean, it's a slow start, but by the ending, it will pay off. It will pay off, bro. Now, I had a really hard time with the shows because I just had a really hard time with the shows. I would recommend George Lopez, but I have to pay for that. Yeah, if you want shows that you really enjoy, you have to pay for it. And I should pay for George Lopez. I'm going to pay for George Lopez. Yeah, Karen's gonna kill me. But here's a show that you can watch for free. It's Heroes. Now I have a love-hate relationship with this show just because of the fact that the latter seasons weren't as good as the first one. If you want to watch a limited series, I would call that season 1. Watch season 1. It's great. It's about people who gain superhuman abilities, and they're out to stop, you guessed it, the end of the world. Or supervillain, because he will bring the end of the world. It's a great show. It's made way back in 2006, so I would recommend it. Just give it a quick gander. You won't regret it. Now, off to Disney Plus. Now, Disney Plus has a lot of good content, but the content is not going to agree with everybody because everybody has different tastes. But you can't deny how much Marvel has impacted us during the last 11 to 12 years. So one thing that I would recommend, besides The Mandalorian, because Baby Yoda, bro, Baby Yoda, cute as fuck, is Marvel Avengers. The reason why I revisited this film is because right now, it's not the greatest of times. This takes me back to last year when everything was great, and bro, watching Thanos' ass get kicked, Avengers Assemble, Spidey coming on your left, bruh. Black Panther, bruh. This is a great movie, and it's a good pick-me-up when you're having a bad day. That's my personal, I guess, choice. Now, there's 2 films that I recommend. They're not something that I'm going to get too much into just because of the fact that it's another streaming service. It's one that I didn't talk about. It's Shudder. It's strictly horror. I don't know if you guys are going to be into paying $6 for horror every month, but if you do, and you should, oh my God, you should, watch Host. Host is a paranormal activity type film, but it's all over Zoom. It's 50 minutes long. You will not regret it. And after that, why not watch some The Last Drive-In, you know? Some Joe Bob Briggs. He's funny as fuck, and it's a good show. And he talks about movies. Bro, he talks about Hellraiser. He has all these... You know what? No, this is for another episode about me talking about strictly horror, so I'm going to leave that for another day. But speaking about horror, the next film that I want to recommend, and it's probably the last film, is going to be Overlord. Overlord is over on Amazon Prime. It's pretty much Call of Duty Zombies meets film. It's pretty much Call of Duty Zombies takes place in World War II. It has biological warfare. It has zombies. It has creatures. It's a good film. I know that not many people went to go watch it because when I brought it up to the fellas, no one knew what the fuck I was talking about. But go watch it. It's on Amazon Prime. You will not regret it. I promise you. You can come at me in the comments. You will not regret it. No one's gonna come at me in the comments. Come on. I'm surprised you stuck along this long. Come on. So this week you have two properties that come out. One on HBO Max as well as another one on Netflix. On HBO Max you have Lovecraft Country, which is a horror show. Yo, HBO has been killing it. Go watch The Outsider. The Outsider, it is dark, bro, but it's so good. So good. I'm gonna do the Jimmy. So good. So good. But yeah, I'm gonna definitely check this out. It's the previews alone. They will get you. And on Netflix, Project Power. It's with Jamie Foxx and Joseph Gordon-Levitt. You take a pill and you gain superpowers for 5 minutes. It's set in New Orleans, and the action in this looks crazy. Netflix has been doing a lot with these movies. Like, you have The Old Guard, which was very, very, very good. You have a lot of originals that are doing really well. And I heard nothing but good things about this, so I'm definitely going to check it out. Probably talk about it next week. We'll see what happens. So yeah, that's it. That's the end of the show. I hope you guys definitely check out some of these films. Definitely watch some of these shows. Hit me back if you like them. Hit me back if you didn't. Let's have a conversation. Hit those comments. Subscribe, share, do whatever you have to do. We're here for you. But honestly, I just love talking about film. This is something that I wanted to tackle. And I know the fellas are definitely going to have inputs later on about, bro, you should have done this, you should have done that. Trust me, we will hit as many as we can till the wheels fall off. So every Friday, I will be back here on YouTube, here on IG, wherever available, Facebook, Twitter, bro, everywhere. I'm going to be everywhere. So thank you. I appreciate. Give us a like, share the love, and yeah, I'll see you guys next week.